Dear friends, we are in BBA HRM class, Human Resource Management class. In Human Resource Management class, till now we have discussed about various concepts relating to recruitment. What are the various sources of recruitment? What are the definitions? What is the concept? Everything about recruitment we have discussed. Now, today in this class we will learn about selection, recruitment and selection. See, normally people will think that both are same, recruitment and selection. Today we will learn the concept of selection. We will try to find out the differences between recruitment and selection. What is the process of selection? All these things today we will learn. Okay. See, in a recruitment, suppose 100 vacancies are there. In an organization, 100 vacancies are there. 1,000 applications came. The applicants form part of recruitment process. This is recruitment pool. It means recruitment pool. 1,000 applications came for 100 vacancies. So that is recruitment process you have carried out. 1,000 applications came. So as an output of recruitment process, 1,000 applicants have emerged. That is recruitment pool. That is output of recruitment. Whereas from this recruitment process, you will select only 100. So that is what you mean by selection. Selection means choosing the fit candidates who fit into your organizational goals, who fit into your organizational objectives, and you will choose fit candidates and you will reject unfit candidates. So it is either choosing the fit candidates or rejecting the unfit candidates or a combination of both. So you will reject 900 applications. You will accept 100 applications. So it is a combination of accepting and rejecting, accepting the fit candidates and rejecting the unfit candidates. So selection involves both because it picks up the fits and rejects the unfits. And you know, in India, population is more. So more candidates will apply for jobs. So what you are going to do? You will reject more number of candidates than accepting candidates. So in Indian context, there are more candidates who are rejected than those who are selected in most of the selection processes. That you know, okay? Because population is more number of people want to join an organization because of unemployment problem. So automatically you will reject more. So in the selection process, it is more like rejection than acception with reference to Indian context, our country. Okay, I hope you understood the concept. As happening in every concept, after learning the concept, we will try to get out some definitions of famous persons related to human resource management. Dale Yadder, he has defined selection as the process in which candidates for employment are divided into two classes: those who are to be offered employment and those who are not. Means fit candidates will be offered employment and unfit candidates will be rejected. In other words, he has mentioned the definition of selection. And in the words of Thomas Stone, selection is the process of differentiating between applicants in order to identify and hire those with a greater likelihood of success in a job. So, in other words, those who are fit means we assume that, we think that, we guess that those candidates who are selected will succeed in a particular job, in the job that is given to them. So that is what we mean by saying this. Okay. And then coming to next definitions. Selection is the process by which an organization chooses from a list of screened applicants the person or persons who best meet the selection criteria for the position available. This is according to Keith Davis. So from recruitment, you will get a number of applications. You will screen them. You will conduct various tests, some oral tests, written tests, and physical examinations in some cases, like in police job, or a bus driver, or a train driver. You will check their eyesight. Everything you are going to check physically whether a particular person is fit or not. Okay. So the person who best meets the selection criteria for the position available will be chosen by you. That is what you mean by saying selection. The selection procedure is the system of functions and devices adopted in a given company for the purpose of ascertaining whether or not candidates possess the qualifications called for by a specific job or for progression through a series of jobs. This definition is given by Michael Jusius. So according to him, the selection procedure is the system of functions and devices. So various devices means here various techniques you are going to adopt: written test, oral test, interview, or physical test, or medical examination, or whatever may be there. And you will conduct, sometimes you will conduct an inquiry also. Police inquiry will be conducted whether any cases are pending against the person who has applied for the job. So in all methods, you are going to use different devices, and they are used in a company for the purpose of ascertaining, means calculating. You are going to calculate whether or not candidates possess the desired qualifications called for a specific job. So more or less all these definitions are related to choosing the best person from an available pool of recruitment process. Okay. Now coming to difference between recruitment and selection. You can see difference in objective. First definition is difference in objective. So in recruitment, what you are going to do, you see, it is you want to attract maximum number of candidates for your jobs. But in selection, what you are going to do, out of the maximum number of candidates, you are going to minimize them. In my example, I mentioned at the beginning, 100 vacancies are there. You want more and more applications so that you can choose the best from the applications. So maximum number you want in a recruitment, but coming to selection, only minimum number that is required by the organization you are going to choose. Difference in a process. So in recruitment, you will adopt the process of creating application pool as large as possible. So it is a positive process. You want more number of applications. You want more, that is positive. Whenever you want something, it is positive. But in a selection, what you are going to do, you want to minimize the strength. That is a negative approach. That is a negative process, a rejection process. So, in my example, I started this class with an example. 1000 vacancies are there. Only 100 vacancies are there. So in selection, what you are doing? You are sending out 900 applicants. So in selection is a negative process. You don't want unfit candidates. You want only fit candidates. So technical differences. See, calling for applications does not require high skills. Okay, so simply you will put an advertisement in a newspaper. You will make an announcement in a TV. You will make an announcement in internet. This many vacancies are there. You please apply. These are the qualifications. This is the age. Reservation criteria is this. Salary is this. benefits are this. You will advertise. For that, much technical knowledge is not required. Whereas specialized techniques are required in case of selection. You have to design a test. You have to design an interview. You have to conduct a physical test. So the persons who have expertise in those respective fields are required in case of selection. So differences in outcomes. So recruitment outcome is recruitment outcome is application pool. Application pool means in my example 1000 applications came, that is application pool, and selection outcome is final candidates will emerge. Output is final candidates will emerge. Okay, so these are the differences between recruitment and selection. And coming to selection procedure, these are the various steps: selection process or selection procedure. Coming to the process of selection or the selection procedure. So first of all, it starts with recruitment output. Recruitment output is application pool from recruitment process. So you will pick up those 1000 applications. In my example, I am continuing 1000 applications, that is application pool, which is an output of recruitment process. You will pick. You will start with that, and the primary screening and interview, and you will conduct a primary screening test, and you will orally conduct an interview out and out. Clerk himself or herself, while receiving the application form, will conduct an interview. So this is the nature of the job. How much experience you got at the primary level itself? Some persons you will reject. Okay, and you will receive applications for them. That is known as application blank. Then selection tests you will conduct. Means written tests. They may be of descriptive nature or objective nature. Then after the selection tests are over, qualified candidates you will pick for interviews, and those who are selected in interview, you will conduct investigations, police investigation or intelligence investigation, or your internal investigations you will conduct. So whether any police cases are pending or not, whether their conduct is good or not, you will inquire their neighbors, you will go to their houses, and all kinds of investigations you will conduct. So selection procedure or selection process starts with where recruitment process ended. Recruitment process ends with application pool, and at the fundamental level, at the gate itself, at the entrance itself, you will conduct a primary screening. You will conduct basic interview. This is the nature of the job. These are the tools. This is the experience required. This is the age required. This much salary will be paid. There itself you will say, and there itself you will reject certain candidates, and you will receive applications from them. And selection tests you will conduct, interviews you will conduct, and background investigations you will make. And physical examinations. So those who fit into your investigation process, and after that is over, you will conduct a physical examination. I mentioned, suppose you have applied for a railway driver, your eyesight will be checked, your hand-eye coordination will be checked. So locomotor movement will be, locomotor means physical movement, how whether you are fit or not, everything will be examined. Okay, approval by appropriate authority. So after the physical examination is over, you will send the list of provisionally selected, not final selected, provisionally selected list of the candidates you will send for approval by appropriate authority. That may be directors of the company, managers, or any designed predetermined authority of recruitment. Then based on, after the signature is over and after the confirmation from appropriate authority has come, you will give a final appointment letter to the individual who was selected in this selection process. And at the end, you are going to evaluate whether your process is correct or not. whether the selected candidates are as expected by you, whether they are performing or not. You will evaluate the entire process of selection. So this is the process of selection, and that is the difference between selection and recruitment. Okay, and now you see in this process we have come across one topic, that is interviews. See, there are various kinds of interviews. Please remember, interview can be structured interview or unstructured interview. Structured interview means questions will be predetermined. After one question is over, next question, what to be asked today, everything will be written in advance. Whereas unstructured interview means there is no predetermined questionnaire in interview. Simply one question you will ask, based on the output from the person, you will go to next question. So it is spontaneous. Unstructured means, okay, in interviews there will be some kind of open-ended questions will be there, close-ended questions will be there. Open-ended means the candidates are free to express their opinions, whereas close-ended means they have to choose whether yes or no. That's all. Yes or no, or some certain options you will give, A, B, C, D. Whether you like to work in rural area or semi-rural area, urban area or metropolitan cities, like that. So they are close-ended. They will be given a chance to select from a pool. That's all. They are not open-ended. Whereas open-ended question means you explain about GST, or you explain about present agricultural laws, whether you support them or not. If you are supporting, why you are supporting? If you are rejecting, if you do not support them, why you are rejecting? So you are making the candidate to speak on his own. That is open-ended questions. Close-ended means no choice will be given, just you say yes or no, or you pick from a select few. So this is what you mean by saying selection, and everything about selection and selection procedure, the differences between recruitment and selection, the definitions of selection, the concept of selection. So today in a human resource management class, we have learnt about the concept of selection, the definitions of selection, differences between recruitment and selection, the process or the procedure of selection. So thank you very much, dear friends. In our next class, we will learn about other concepts related to human resource management. Thank you very much, dear friends.